Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance on the Central Coast with Bob Kelley. He is a council member in Atascadero, and we're facing two shelter crises, a homeless shelter crisis and an animal shelter crisis. Let's focus on the animal shelter and maybe juxtapose them. The county would like to spend about $14 million on a new animal shelter, wants the cities to bear the cost of that. How do you feel?
Actually, when I heard about it and got the report, I had to read it over 2 or 3 times to see if I was really reading what they were saying. This is $12 to $14 million. I believe it's a 16,000 square foot building. The cost per square foot comes down to over $800 a square foot. Being in the real estate business, I had a very difficult time finding mansion homes that come to that amount of money.
I mean, different needs, but...
Right. I know there's a need for a new animal shelter. Oh, definitely. It's been there a long time. I think they could modify it and upgrade it. A couple of years ago, they did put it out to bid, and it came back, I think, at about $300,000 over their anticipated cost. So here's where we're at today. My problem with this is, I support the homeless people and affordable housing and what have you. And the homeless shelter that they have proposed here in San Luis Obispo is $4.5 million for a 20 to 25,000 square foot building that'll house 150 human beings and cook for them with bath facilities. I'm wondering, are people really thinking about this?
Are people actually recognizing what you describe, which is that disparity?
Well, I think people don't know about it. I mean, I just heard about it the other day from our city manager that, she had gone to this meeting and this was what they were proposing.
And if this passes, Atascadero's contribution to the homeless services of the county would essentially double. It would go $238,000 a year. You have to spend another $224,000.
Well, this would be for the animal
shelter. Yes.
Animal shelter. Yes. Currently, we pay contract out to the county roughly $238,000 a year for animal services. And then depending how they put the program together and the financing, it would be another $227,000 a year or more.
Do you have a choice?
I think we can opt out of it.
Really?
I think, we don't have to renew the contracts.
That's
I wouldn't
true.
think. So I'm looking at, of course, if they do this, government overruns will go crazy.
So what can Atascadero do if you choose to not participate in this expansion or revitalization, revamping, whatever you want to call it, of the county animal shelter?
Well, I think, if you look at the two together, it's close to $500,000. I certainly would think that you could take care of the problem. I really don't know firsthand what our animal problem is in Atascadero, but I think we could come up with a program with the local veterinarians, and we have some large kennels in town. And we have, city property down at the city yard where if we needed to build a kennel or what have you.
Have you heard rumblings from your sister cities? There are 6 other cities that will be impacted by this.
Actually, I just only heard about this
recently.
And I don't think it's hit the news wire
so,
yet.
Well, now it has. Yeah. So where do you go from here, sir?
Well, I think I have to stay in contact with the city manager. The city manager is the one that really negotiates, for the city where we go and what have you. And it was just kind of brought up at one of our current city council meetings, and so I don't know if we have to put it on the agenda.
Right, but are you hopping mad to the point that you'll go to the county and speak at their bi-weekly events?
Well, I don't know if I'll do that. I'll let the city manager make that decision. She's kind of the spokesman for the city when it comes out, and I certainly can make a few telephone calls.
Because it is interesting how you're presented with the situation and it impacts your budget and your bottom line. And it's hard to really get a handle of where you can go from here.
Right.
His name is Bob Kelley. He is the council member in the beautiful city of Atascadero in North San Luis Obispo County. I'm Brad Pomerance on the Central Coast, Charter Local Edition.